Okay, first of all, Rina, thank you very much for this interview, and I really appreciate this interview because I want the people to know who I am and how I start, because I want the new generation not to stop by believing on themselves. And there is no end of dreams. So for me, I used to be a banker for 15 years. I studied banking and finance all in Bahrain, in Bahrain University and BIBF and Bahrain Training Institute. And then when I went to work, apply for bank, they say you don't have experience. And I said, yeah, but I have the degree. They said, but you don't have the experience. So I didn't stop. And I saw one of the hotels that it would be built in Bahrain, and I thought to apply there. So when I apply, immediately they hire me, and I thought, wow, I'm having a job. So I was enjoying that moment. But I've been with the hotel industry for 2 years, but I didn't want to end up being in hotel hospitality because that's not my dream. It was the banking dream. So when I applied with Citibank, one of the international banks, based on my hotel experience, they hire me. And it's not just only the education part, but the experience, because how to deal with customers, talking with them on the phone, dealing with them face to face. It is very important for all organizations to see that you are having this customer service also experience. So from there, I've been working with banks, 3 international banks in Bahrain, in private and corporate banking section. Then I became a private wealth advisor for my clients, because when I was dealing with my client, it's not only I was talking about their account or their investment. They were sharing me their issues about with their children, their education, university, plus their, what can I say? I mean, their investment with other banks or offshore banks abroad. So I felt like when I used to be a banker, I was limited because you can't just go breaking the rule, the law, and do other things with other banks. But I was advising them and consulting them. So in 2009, I met my business partner, Dr. Steen, and he was talking in one of our client private events, and he was talking about family office. And I started to ask him, what do you mean of family office? Because family office in Middle East is not that fashionable. In Europe, they use the concept, in India, in US, but not in Middle East. So he started to explain to me what does it mean, because family office, you do all kinds of things within the family, protecting even the business with different generations. So you work closely with them. And I felt, wow, this is the step where I want to deal with, because I used to deal with my client. He was introducing me with his family, with his issues, but I was limited with the bank. So in 2011, September 2011, because we started to work closely, me and Dr. Steen, on different things. But in 2011, I decided to move to Switzerland, in Zurich. And from there, I thought to have my own company and service my client in different category, whether they are individual or government or big banks and so on. Yes, I mean, I was thinking of the name of the company, and I felt like how to present Bahrain for the European people while I was there. So Al-Dana, the Dana name is a well-known name, but Al-Dana, they've been asking me, what do you mean of Al-Dana? So Bahrain was known of the pearling before the oil and gas. So a lot of people, I'm not talking about the GCC, but outside, they don't know about this business or the trading that we've got, that we've got in our region. So yes, Al-Dana came from there. Yes, I think it makes sense by working from outside the country, because Bahrain needs to be promoted. If I'm in Bahrain, I need a lot of work to bring or deal with the European and international people. But while I am there, I am on daily basis meeting those businesses, people, bankers, Every month I've been attending also a private events. It's about business also and networking. So from there, it's not only I'm promoting myself, but I'm promoting Bahrain heavily. With Dana, we do all kinds of things. We deal with family businesses. Plus, we work closely with government and semi-government, and we are not only working with Bahrain market, but we work with Qatar market and Saudi Arabia and the other countries like Dubai and Sharjah and Abu Dhabi. What we do, we offer all kinds of investments, like real estate. We are talking about big real estate like hotels, banks, commercial buildings. Like we are well connected in Europe area, let's say, and also in Asia area. So they go, like whenever I see something for us, what we do, as first of all, we are direct with those tangible assets. We make sure it is the right price, the right information, like yield, even the condition of the building, and so on. And then we try to offer it to our different clients who's giving us some like some description, like what they want, and we tell them, what do you think of this? And that's how the way we work on. This is the real estate. We've got the oil and gas project. We are involved in oil and gas project. We have clients having these big projects, and either they want to sell or they want to buy. So we always act in both the seller part or the buyer side. We work with the luxury collectibles, like we are into arts business, diamonds, classic cars, speedboats, motorbikes, because those wealthy people, always you will find there is something they like as a hobby, either collecting classic car, or you find clients that are collecting arts, and there are certain artists they are following. For us, again, we have our connection, and like today, if you want something, I can bring you the right thing, and I can tell you if it is for sale or if it is in the museum and it's not for sale, because we've been dealing in different cases. Beside that, I do consult and advise women in business in general. For me, it's not like I'm thinking of how to make money out of them, but for me, I'm doing it like I deal with all type of women. So either she's a housewife, banker, or teacher. I mean, just when I talk with her, what things that she need to follow, like in terms of in a friend way, or sometimes when I deal with the investor men, and I always try to encourage the women to be involved in the meetings, because I notice when they come, they don't involve their wives. So that's part I feel like women need to be around. I don't know, that's me as a woman. I mean, because I've been working with banks for the last 15 years, now 6 years with my Dana partners, but during my banking experience, I established a very good connection with my clients, and based off my services, they are referring me to their friends, family, or any investment opportunity, and so on. As of today, I think the location, I think if you are sitting inside your office without doing like without marketing, going like to networking or events or meeting your client, people will not know who you are. And we are using also this LinkedIn and where
social media.
Exactly, social media, where people they get to know us. I'm servicing them.
Yeah.
Like for example, there are some private clients here. We know them for many years. Even in Qatar, if you see in my advisory board, there are members of royal families.
Yes, I saw.
Okay, I know them now more than 20 years,
Okay.
and it's like if there is anything, they come. Like we became like an advisor for them. Oh, Muneera, like for example, one of our clients here, there is a German company came to us, approached us for something. Can you check, because we couldn't find their website, for example. So we do our due diligence and try to educate our client. I think we couldn't find something, but you better either you visit or see the stuff that he's offering you before you put your money in. But going back to your question, there is no 1, 2, 3. We have a lot of clients, and every client have different needs.
And all over the region?
Yes, yes, but mostly here, Saudi, Bahrain and Qatar. And in Europe, we do also have different clients who we are dealing with. The Dr. Steen or Ferguson Partner Family Office, as I told you from the beginning, we met in 2009. But then we were discussing more. I was trying to learn more in a system way, or how do they act in a professional way. And Dr. Steen also, my business partner now, he's been now around 6 years. But we are, as of today, we are completing each other. So in terms of market, because he used to work with banks and studied banking. So we do have this similarity of backgrounds. And what we do, like for example, in terms of culture, language, like in Middle East, doing business is different than in Europe and US. Even US market and European market is totally different, even Asia. So for us, it's helped us a lot. Like for example, dealing with local client here in Bahrain. I mean, it's different than European. Here, they will talk with you first. It's different. Exactly. I know the culture very well. Sometimes he like immediately he wants to put, or we have some guests, I say, no, not now. Let's get to know the client. Because my experience, Arabs, he wants to build the trust. Yeah. He wants to trust, especially if you are coming to him and you're talking about million transaction. He will not just invest with you just like this. He needs to know who you are. And he needs to know who he's dealing with. And it's a trust at the end of the day. The European people, like I do struggle, because when I have, even like I'm invited for gala dinners, you find them, they put the brochure immediately in front of me, and I don't know even who's he. And I say, can I know your name? What's your name first? Then, I mean, I will read it, but let's talk first. Yeah. And again, nowadays people, they don't read. They always prefer word of mouth, a quick summary, and then they will tell you, send me by email, but they don't read it all. They always prefer it short and shorter. No, they are. I mean, we have now American client. He's a British American, and he said, no, I totally agree with you. We shouldn't be pushy. And when he returned, per day, maybe 3-4 emails I'm receiving from him. 3-4 emails. And I was telling to Steen, I say, he's not even, we advise him, he agree with us, but he's not changing. They say, yeah, we are not pushy, but you can see it, yeah. Yes, since 4 years. Since 2013, we were, like, it was in Switzerland also, the same thing. We were thinking how to get more businesses, connect the European with the locals. It's not only fixing meetings. Both regions need to be educated. So I said, let's have a private event, a conference. My partner was saying, how? It's difficult, it needs a lot of things. I said, no, we have brains. So that's how I was telling him. I say, leave it to me, I'll put this plan. So we were working on it together, but he thought that it should be a big marketing company organizing hotels. I say, I'm experienced with the hotels. In a day, you can book everything you want. Connection to invite people. We know people, we can invite them. That's not an issue for us. So all what we need to do, because we have those European or international clients, wants to meet investors. So we tell them, okay, why don't you come to the region? First, learn about us. See the country, the culture, how to do business there. I always take it in an education way. And I always say, if you educate people and you do it in a right way and you show your represent, people will come to you. But by phone and email, you will not achieve and reach any target. So we started to talk, but I mean, my first event actually, by the way, in Qatar. Because of the World Cup, we thought, okay, they need more businesses like opening hotels, construction, roads, and so on. But I felt like, because that's as per our client request, they were asking us, can we go to Qatar? Can we do the event in Qatar? They want to meet more clients in Qatar. But I was encouraging them Bahrain, because that's why my next event, I started in Bahrain. and until now I don't want to change it. I believe in doing it. Bahrain is different. Like from the airport people, the locals, 80-90% they can see Bahrainis. They feel it from the airport, from the hotel, the staffing. It's a bit of, even the attendees, all the locals they are attending. Okay, now in terms of international delegation, so far we brought around 150 international delegation. From all Europe, India, Japan, Australia, Malta, Cyprus, Greece, Bahrain, of course, Bahraini clients. We are promoting heavily Bahrain market in terms of government level or individual, private sectors or government sector or individual families. Exactly. Plus, we have those, we believe, different investments. Like, for example, recently we brought a recycling company from Germany. And Bahrain, many years, they've been looking at it, trying to do something. Even Middle East, all Middle East, and nothing happened. So we brought them that how to turn the recycling to the profitable business. So they've been, I'm sure they heard this again, but now we find an investor and we find people who show us their interest, and we might take it to another level. We have this British American company who wants to have aluminium for car like factory. They want to open now in Bahrain. They were asking us, Dubai, UAE or Bahrain. We encourage them about Bahrain market. So again, education, because they don't know what's the difference. They don't know the situation. They don't know what we are doing. So I think if you don't talk and show by your eyes and put them with the right people, you will not achieve to the right businesses. Unfortunately, Bahrain and Middle East, I think they need to change, because they always relying on the patronage. Based on the patronage, you get the support from companies, and you feel like that's why people, based on the name, they come and they support you even financially. So, but I feel like you should not think in this way. You should think in a business manner way. But we've done it even when there is no support. We are ongoing. We achieved, and still I'm going to do my next event, which will be on November. The previous, it was Bahrain is the hub business, and it's about investment opportunities and services all around the world. The November, we are thinking the same. We are thinking the same, because I think using Bahrain as a hub, it's a smart hub, yeah. Actually, I start without capital. So everything from our own. We've been working so hard. And yes, there are difficulties. Not difficulties, I'm talking that I am struggling today. I'm talking difficulties in terms of sometimes there are doors are closed. You cannot open it. And I always believe one hand, clapping by one hand, you cannot clap with one hand. You need two hands. So because I am working in a government level, like a mini ambassador for Bahrain, I feel like I need to have more supported. Like, I don't want to bring only 20 companies per event. I want to bring more companies than only 20 companies. So I don't know how to reach or open these doors, because I feel like every government sector, every minister have his own agenda. So I am still considered as a private businesswoman, and let's say I'm young, 6 years only, so people, they don't see it as a long track record. And it's like I have to just explain, show my track record, maybe the meetings, because sometimes we do have a local clients all from Middle East who wants us to search something in Europe, and then when we do our effort and our work, nothing happen. So these type of challenges, because I'm still, again, treating Middle East is different than the European people. They will say retainer, or they will not work for free, or there is contract and everything organized. But Middle Eastern are different. When they know you, they take it in like in a friendly way, like you're doing a favor for them. Yeah. So.
To bring in the money
these are the challenges. Like sometimes you spend a lot of time searching and doing and finding, and at the end they say, okay, we'll see. And yeah, I think, I believe, or I advise my readers, or any believe on yourself. Do what you like and what you want, and not just, I need a job. And don't stay forever in one job. I'm not saying change your job, but I feel like always put a plan, like within 5 years I want to be on, or I want to achieve. Always tick the box of achievement. You will feel satisfied for yourself, not for people, but inside yourself you feel like, wow, I reached this level or this position, what next? And I always believe in try to be like a mini ambassador, even for, not only for yourself, just I'm doing my duty, but at least a small role for this Bahrain country. I mean, I think there's a lot to give and add. And I know there are some people are shy, and some people, they don't have this, you don't need to be a business man or woman, but at least when it comes to your role or your job, what you chosen, I think you need to be like an example for the next generation. So that's why you have to tick the box of
personal satisfaction.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, it has to come from within.
Yes.
Muneera.
Thank you.